Hi, Jewish mom. Okay, so I'm wishing you Shabbat Shalom from the kever, from the grave site of the Zviller Rebbe, right next to the Gan Saker in Jerusalem. And this is the place I really love davening here. I come here a lot. And today, I was nearby, and I thought I'll just stop by. So I came by, I thought just for a few minutes. And a woman came up to me and she asked me if I would participate in a group of women, if I would join a group of women saying Nishmat Kol Chai, which is like a prayer to give thanks. And so at first I said no, because I just wanted to kind of come, do my thing, go. But then I saw she was having a hard time initially finding people, so I said, okay, yeah, I'll join you. So she gave me the prayer, the Nishmat Kol Chai, and then she was rounding up a whole group of women. In the end, there were about 10 of us together who said the prayer. And it turned out that the reason why we were getting together was to hear the amazing story of one of the women. So I just had such an inspiring experience because of this Nishmat Kol Chai group, and I wanted to share some of the stories to send some of this inspiration from the cover of the Rabbi Zviller outward to Jewish moms around the world. So the first woman, the woman who inspired the Nishmat Kol Chai group, she's an older woman, and she told us that she had been praying and praying to find a donor, to find a kidney donor, and she just had. She was on dialysis for 3 years, and she was on the waiting list for 3 years, and Baruch Hashem, she found a donor. After davening and davening, she found a donor, and now she's like standing and healthy, and Baruch Hashem. And she was. I actually wanted to film her, but she was so emotional that she said that she couldn't possibly make a video of her. And then another woman told us an incredible story. A woman from Netivot named Esti, who told us that she she had a problem with an apartment, and her husband and her, they had put down around $100,000 on an apartment, and then it didn't work out, and she had been davening and it wasn't working out, and then so basically she said, wait, I've been davening, what happened? Like, it didn't happen. And then she ended up getting pregnant, and it's a complicated story. She's actually going to write up the story, and I'm going to share it translated to English for JewishMom.com. But after all the ins and outs of this complicated story, it was medically impossible for her to get pregnant. There's no way that she could have gotten pregnant. But she was davening, and she had a dream, and she went to a rabbi, and all sorts of interesting things, miraculous twists and turns in the story. And Baruch Hashem, now she's pregnant. And so she said to us in this Nishmat Kol Chai group, she said, davening, she said, I've seen in my life, she said, I've had all sorts of problems. I had a son who couldn't get into yeshiva. I had another son, I sent him to this kind of treatment and that kind of therapy, etc. She said, the only thing that really works is prayer. Okay? And she said, I wanted the house, but God wanted to give me something better. This pregnancy when it was impossible for me to get pregnant. Okay, and then another girl got up and she said that her father had been hospitalized with corona, and she davened, and Baruch Hashem, he was released, and she's engaged. So it was just like a wonderful uplifting experience, just a reminder of, wow, prayer works. Prayer, it helps us to focus on what we want, and to clarify it, and it works. Okay, so on that note, Jewish mom, daven, pray. What do you want? I can think in my life, like, how many things I've wanted. If I look back on like the last 20 years, all the things that I've wanted that seemed impossible, I could probably write a book about all the things that I wanted that I didn't think would ever happen, that seemed kind of an impossibility. And then I davened, and they happened. So don't lose hope, Jewish mom. Daven. It's going to come. Okay, have a great Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.